Ramanaskas as the Bombers move methodically out of their defence. They're away. Peverill, can he find a target inside attacking 50? Lloyd's got the sit. Well done, Nicholson. Great stuff though by Cubido, front and centre. Kicks it back to the goal square. Brown, not quite. Mark Johnson, Bolton will kick the opening goal.
We can see Jeff Whitehand. What confronts him? It's a big kick ahead. He's kicked 7 goals, 5 for the year. Won't add to that. That was remarkable. It's a hand goal. Oh, well judged. Great hit back for the Demons. Preston Fletcher saved the day. And now the Bombers can counterpunch.
Has Hill forward.
Murphy stalking out along the wing. Now he glides to half forward. Justin Murphy to crank it up for the Bombers. Johnson's got to go. No, Hurd into his lap.
A lot of their numbers were caught out on a turnover, and as a consequence, Essendon hanging back have set it up for an easy goal.
James Hurd wasted no time. He's put it through.
Bombers by 6 points. Hill contests with White. James McDonald hard at the football. He's been very tough early. Good umpiring, let it go. Bullen, well done, released it, then got it back from outside 50. Kicks to the goal square. Lloyd. I think Matthew Lloyd thought for a moment that he might let it go, but realised it was offline, so he's forced round. There's a great look at what confronts him.
Well, it was an easy mark by Matthew Lloyd. Nicholson had actually slipped over.
So a chance here, if we can convert here. Nice early break. Gee, he's already come around, umpire. Check side, pops it through. The Bombers by 2 goals.
And he's up to it. And he uses Ramanaskas, and now they can go. Lucas has got it, and he's got a man free on the wing.
Solomon thought about it, now goes on, sweeps the handball into the path of Peverill in space. Runs to 50, where will he go? Chips. Joe Watson. In the team at the right time of the season, Joe Watson, just his 6th game for the year from 30 metres. He's put it through. The Bombers off to a flyer here.
Needs to crank them up. Robertson makes his lead into the pocket and works hard. Just couldn't get there though. And Hurd, with extra support, just blasts away to the wing. It wasn't a well-directed kick, but Watson showed the courage you need to on this MCG in the finals, and he gets it back from Hill. And now they go again. Solomon's been prominent. Lloyd against Nicholson. You'd back the master from there. 3 for Melbourne, and they've been able to capitalise.
This bloke very rarely misses.
Wonderful record. 90 goals, 34 for the year for Matthew Lloyd. And he slots another one.
That's his second.
He had his eyes on White there. Wasn't penalised. Hurd. Lucas comes from centre half back. Just handballs wildly. Green. Well done for the handball to Whelan. Now Johnston. Can he set something up, Travis Johnston? Or can he kick a goal? He goes long and drills it. Great stuff from Travis Johnston. A desperately needed goal for the Demons. And they keep in touch the margin, back to 18 points.
Well, surely that's the formula, is not so much muck around with the football. If you haven't got a key forward like Leach, don't fall for the trap of trying to spot the ball to players who've got someone on their shoulder. That was a well-calculated shot for goal. He's an excellent shot. A lot of their players can kick from 50. I think that's the way to get the goals on the board.
Miller. Lucas came at the right time. Good tackling from Davey. Miller had to go again. Bombers circling in numbers. Watson. Handball. Good crunch on Hurd. Demolition job on James Hurd. And he's down. And he hasn't got up yet. Will that be a defining moment in the game? Travis Johnston takes it. Travis Johnston knows where the sticks are. And he knows how to split them. The Demons hit back in 2 mighty ways. A crunch on James Hurd. And then a Travis Johnston goal, which brings their fans to their feet. But James Hurd fights on.
Well, you just said it, Hutto. It's a double blow for the Bombers. That hit there was an absolute beauty. And on the rebound, it was Travis Johnson who made him pay on the scoreboard.
And the good thing about that, the umpires let it go. It was fair and it was clean. And Johnson, as he set him up for the last couple of shots on goal. Fantastic shots from outside 50.
What about James Hird, Mick?
Got Lucas coming at him, which means there's a loose man. Aaron Davey, electrifying, but he centered the ball. What a change-up from Aaron Davey. Not too many small forwards could have done that, Mick.
Well, it's interesting because where he went to was incredible. He went across the face of the goal when he was actually probably suited to have a shot for goal.
Well,
now it's in good hands. It's in Brad Green's hands.
Yeah, and Mick, it was not only the vision, but also the kick to be able to hit that target.
In between two players.
Well, Brad Green, we know his reputation for being a magnificent kick. 24 goals, 10 for the year. He has struggled a little with accuracy, though, over the last 6 to 8 weeks. So let's hope, or for his sake, that he can get it online. Bomber fans, of course, will be hoping that he can't. Oh, never any doubt about that. Brad Green puts it through, and the Demons are right in it.
Hurd in the centre square, a wild handball. White, little fumble here, plenty of time. Clever kick, Johnston, who's really done very well. Travis Johnston, Bruce. So this to bring them to within a point.
There's no question in my mind that young Stanton hasn't got the experience to go with Johnson.
Bruce has kicked it, and the Demons now to within a point. 5-1 plays 5-2. They go down the corridor. Davey, he's away. Drills it onto the chest of Uze. No, he couldn't quite get there. Back to Davey. Uses Ward out wide. Well done by Bombers. They've just tied it up. Greens jams it on the boot. Oh, Holland almost couldn't quite hold on. Was there a free kick there? No. Holland off the ground. Davey, this is brilliant. Now Uze snaps a goal. No, he's just missed. The free kick coming back. It's a free kick coming back.
It's a goal anyway.
So Adam Uze, a very clever snap, brilliantly to get across and affect the spoil. McDonald, White. Out in front of Uze again. McVeigh did well that time. Welsh, McVeigh in support. And he clears. A couple of Bombers taken by Murphy. This time they do bring it through the corridor. Solomon. Run provided by Pembrell and a loose player, Mark Johnson.
The turnover is killing the side. On the rebound, the side that's made the mistake is going to be penalised.
Johnson kicks it. Scores the level at the MCG.
So now they're back on level terms. How will Melbourne respond? Solomon in the thick of it. There's Bruce. Oh, colourblind as he gave it to Allen. Great effort from Lloyd. Come up the ground. It's an open square. He fancies his chances from there. He's a wonderful kick. And that is superb execution from a master forward.
Well, they weren't getting a lot of possessions into their forward line, so Lloyd comes up to centre half forward, and of course, as typical as a champion that he is, he's able to latch onto the football, sum it up very, very well. No one back in the goal square, plays on and kicks a 55-metre goal.
Yeah, super kick. That's his first possession for the quarter too. Both he and Lloyd, neither of them had a possession up to this particular kick by Matthew Lloyd. This quarter.
He forced to go very long to find Lloyd, who's a long way up the ground. Oh, Whelan, did he interfere? No, was the decision. Peverill sliding in. Lloyd, just the kick off the left. Solomon, great clash there with Reed. Gets up, keeps on going, pokes it into the pocket. Jason Johnson. So Jason Johnson missed last week. Back in the team, kicked 11-14 going into today. But he's picked his moment, he's put it through. And the Bombers suddenly up to a 2-goal lead. They refuse to yield. Although Lucas, he flirted with danger. Allen's in trouble. Just got the kick away. And the Bombers dodge a bullet there. Watson to Murphy. And now it's a pretty open forward line. Murphy drives it in long. Hill, Rivers, Mark Johnson, Nick May on his left. Oh, the job was there and he did it superbly. They are flying, Essendon. And once again, it was the turnover, the counter punch, and the goal.
Yeah, well, it's been the story of the day, but Kevin Shooting's been very smart, Mick. He's actually restructured their forward line. He's shifted Hill to the goal square, and Lloyd's actually come out to centre half forward.
Yeah, there's no question that those sort of things have taken.
Solomon and also Allen.
So they have to be careful here, the Demons. If they do get the foot in, give a quick kick. Eventually shoveled out the back. Solomon almost with some high contact. Lloyd found a way into the square. Hurt, he'll find a way. He will always find a way, James Hurd. And the Bombers are right on top of the MCG now.
And just looking at James Hurd, he doesn't look well, Nick, but it was just clever play. He knew he was under pressure, the ball was going to get smothered, but he actually kicks the ball underneath. I think it's Rivers' hands here.
Oh, he's a class player. He would never have picked this at quarter time. The total dominance of Essendon at the moment.
So, close to half time, that's a terrible mistake. A terrible mistake. Hurd got it from Hill. Lloyd, there. 2 goals for the year. This for his 4th of the afternoon. Close to half time from 45 metres, he kicks it. And the Bombers now out to the biggest lead of the match. They lead by 31 points.
Took front position, White with the tap. Bruce can come in and get things moving. Rigoni, it was a late inclusion. He pumps it along. He is a big, long kick of the ball. And Fletcher was held out this time. First blow to the Demons.
Under pressure, good stuff from Bruce. Now Ward arches the back, well played, sweeps the handball. McDonald, you need to kick a goal here, James McDonald. He runs to 40, kicks to a loose player. Well done. So Jeff White, from directly in front, he pops it through just. Well done.
Forward pocket. Pullen's in trouble. He's on the mark.
Green.
McDonald gets it to Green, unbelievably.
The overlap was significant there, in as much as a player who stands about 40 metres out from goal and the back line player's looking after their own player, you'd immediately think if you're on the mark, your man's got to be somewhere. As it turned out, he's forward of him.
Damien Cupido behind Brad Green, right in his ear. As we see Brad Green, a picture of concentration. He's done enough. They're right out the Demons. Lassoed in beautifully by James McDonald, who's been prominent in this quarter, in this match. His 19th possession sends the Demons out to the wing. Lloyd cast in the role of the defender. Bit of miscommunication, but Green escapes with it. Sets them up again. Robertson! Oh, he's got it! And he's within range.
When they're under pressure like this, Hurd inevitably ends up in the middle.
Russell Robertson. It's close. It is close. Oh, the plot thickens.
Put some real pressure on him one-on-one.
Yeah, he's kept him honest. Now he might have to do some ruck work with the tall timber staying out.
And we just see the marks 24-8 in favour of Melbourne this quarter.
Phil Reid unmanned here, gets his chance. He ducked his head, but he's kicked the goal. He's kicked the goal under pressure. Oh, what a match now.
Well, we said Phil Reid had the lips on his possession rate, and none better than when you kick a goal.
He was unmanned from his stoppage.
The stoppage have been interesting because they're almost going one-on-one, and it's a bit dangerous when you do that around a goal square. Instead of setting up, I like to see a zone set up.
3 points in it now. What a game.
Now a chance for Brown. Rivers did very well just to get a subtle Shepherd in there, allowed him to kick without any pressure. Johnston having an impact. Chips it up. Uze or White, take your pick. Uze from 45. Oh, don't tell me! He's kicked a beauty! Adam Uze. comment on this. They've kicked 6 consecutive goals in this term. Essendon kicked 6 consecutive unanswered goals in the second term, and they both sides had 4 runs or 4 goals in a row in the first term.
It's the Hurricane
Now to McDonald, he does. The Demons are running.
Got Uze.
And Uze goes. He's taking everything inside. He played on. He was committed. Little dampy kick. Inside 50. Russell Robertson. It's close. Oh, it's there. The Demons. They are pumping them from everywhere at the moment. 7 goals in the quarter. Unbelievable stuff.
Well, it's one of the best quarters of football all year. The Demons look out on their legs, but their intensity this quarter has been unbelievable.
This reminds me of a game last year when they played in the finals when they played Adelaide. Adelaide eventually won it because the Bees ran out of legs.
2002, Nick.
It was 2002. One of the main culprits was Johnston, who was fantastic and just couldn't go on with it. When I say culprits, he wore himself down.
He kicked 25 possessions. It was. What a decision that was. The umpire just had the whistle a little quick to the mouth. Davey was hunting. McVeigh composed. And Wellman has been superb today. Bombers' defence really under the pump. But they're supplying some movement into the forward line. Dean Solomon, his 18th possession, up to half forward. Oh, Hill. Strong contested mark. Big bodies.
I know it's all tiredness, and I'm not blaming the players. It's just the finals game. There's a lot of mistakes being made.
David Hill. Oh, he stands up to the pressure. Gives it a real crack. David Hill scores a level.
That's it.
Scores our level at the MCG.
Well, I think a goal has settled them down. There's no question about that. It's where it's going to come from because they've had the opportunities. They've been inside the 50 more times than Essendon this quarter. They haven't been able to score. I think any score might just give them just a little bit to breathe with.
Well, here's the chances. Whelan kicks it to the top of the goal square. Robertson! Backpedaling. That was a great effort from Russell Robertson. Going into uncharted territory. And he'll kick from just 20 metres. As we look at it again, there you can see him backpedaling with the flight of the ball. Kept his eyes on it right to the end. And Sean Wellman couldn't affect the spoil.
Yeah, I reckon Holland did the right thing. Just pull back hard enough to make Wellman have to stretch over the top of him. If Wellman is injured, it would almost be wise to suggest that a quicker player come on the ground.
Robertson puts the Demons in front.
On the ground. Melbourne lead by 6. Jamar doing the ruck work. Mark Johnson rushes on. Desperate stakes at the FCG for the Bombers. And Mark McVeigh sets it up. Backing back. Simon playing for a free. Hurd. James Hurd swings it back to Lucas. And it just...
That centre bounce was so important to either side.
Spent much of the day in defence, Scotty Lucas. 24 goals, 21 for the season. This is his biggest kick. And he is up to the challenge. Demons lead by 1. But the Bombers attacking. David Hill versus White. Here's Hurd again. Broadbridge stalking him. Hurd somehow to Hill. To the boundary line, Murphy. This is Solomon. Straight up and down. Hill! It's a mark! Oh, David Hill. What a time to stand up in the forward line.
Well, there were a few tired players trying to get a spoil to that ball, but it was just Hill's height that got him over the line.
Doctor's out with Hurd again. To get Lucas up in the forward line too, he's such a enigma in many respects. Sometimes he does nothing and then he'll just cut loose with his long kicking. He's not bad on the ground either, Lucas.
Well, what a moment for big David Hill. It's been a great battle of the ruckman. He's kicked 1 goal earlier today. What pressure in the shadows of the stand. David Hill, his head was over the ball. His foot sunk through it. He sees the moment. Bombers in front.
Important takeaway. Allen and White. White wins it. Chance for Uze. Well, off the side of the boot. Coming out to meet it, McLean. Bolton, Welsh. Bolton's got it. Oh, he's in trouble. No, it spills out Bullen. Mark Johnson Tunnel balls at Ramanaskas, pushed off the football. Chance for McLean, he kicks it short. 3. Is it 15? Well, I'll tell you what. 21 games this year. And he's kicked 3 goals. He kicked 1 goal in the third quarter. He comes in, he's kicked it! The Demons back in front at the MCG. What a game!
Fantastic goal.
So a boundary throw in, half forward for the Bombers. White, Jason Johnson drills the pass in low. Hill and Nicholson. What can Nicholson do here? Hill kicks a goal. Unbelievable stuff. David Hill has stood up in this final term, and the Bombers now lead it by 6 points.
Well, you said it, Chriso. We just see there the Bomber, Jason Johnson was the one who got the clearance, but Hill's been the tall player in that Essendon forward line that has created enormous problem for the Demon defenders.
3 goals in the final term to David Hill.
That's where he'll end up going. There's no question about that.
Can't be too long left. Wellman. They need to man up and they need to do it diligently now, Melbourne side. Wellman chips it out wide. Hurd and Broadbridge, the go-to man. James Hurd, what a mark.
You reckon that's probably just about do it? Oh, the man, James Hurd, he's done it. What timing? What timing? Supreme timing from a supreme player. But what a match. What an extraordinary match. And it's the Bombers